Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Farming Simulator 22 video where we're going to have a look through the latest mods or machines to be officially confirmed by Giants on their website for FS22. My name is SFTN. We're going to go through this. I hope you do enjoy. Leave any comments, questions or feedback down below. If you're looking to pre-order Farm Sim 22, you can still do so with the links in the description down below, or use code SIMFTNation at checkout and you will be able to kind of kick back to the channel here, and I would really appreciate that one. But let's not waste any more time. We're going to jump straight on into it. So what we're going to be looking into today is all of the mods that Giants have uploaded. When you look into the game features here on the website, you can go down, you can break it down through brands or specific vehicles, harvesters, equipment, miscellaneous or screenshots, and that will allow us to kind of see what the new updates are. So this kind of is usually adjusted and updated at the same time that the fact sheets go up. However, they often put a few more up there because there's a lot of machines to cover here. So we're going to have a look through what that looks like. Now, I have taken a week and a bit off recently for various different reasons that we won't go into here. But in that time, I was writing down some ideas, some content creation ideas there that we could move forward between now and to bridge that gap for Farm Sim 22. And one of them was kind of an overview of all of the different vehicles we had there. It was going to be great. And then Daigle Man beat me to it. And so shout out to Daigle Man there. He's he is good at what he does, and what that does mean though is I don't really want to copy him directly. So what we're going to do is a week by week, really an overview of all the different mods that we've seen added in as of this week, or Friday just gone, so which is 2 days ago at the time of release. So let's have a look into it, shall we? We're going to go through. I have a list here. We're going to look at them all through by brand here, just to speed things along a little bit. Now there's a few smaller bits and pieces as well. A few weights have gone up there. We won't pay too much attention to that because our front weight is a front weight at the end of the day. But we're going to dive on into Aggramas. Then we've got the BTC 50H coming back to disc carrier there. We had that for the first time around in FS19. Good to see that's been officially confirmed and back. We had the planter here has been confirmed for a while now. But that's a nice little thing. It's 5 meters. It's not too wide, but it still doesn't require too much power to move it. So 5 meters, you can still get a fair bit done with that. I'd like to see that coming in. And here's one of the first surprises, one of the first new brands actually. One of the first new smaller brands that we have coming in. This is Albert. So you get to see some implements coming through here. I expect to see an awful lot more coming through. We've got a buck rake for a wheeled loader there. And then we've also got a grab for the log fork there as well, which is pretty cool to see. 8,000 liters on that one. That's huge. So I expect to see a few more bits of implementation there for various different loaders. Maybe see some front loader and telehandler action in there as well. That would be pretty neat to see. Next up, we're going to move into another new brand here. This is APV. Now, this, interestingly, doesn't look like there is going to be any more. There's no more coming soon. So this might be the only introduction for this brand. But this is a grass harrow here, the reseeder. So this is grassland care as it's categorized. As you can see, we've got a hopper there that we can fill with seeds. So we can reseed grassland here. It's 3 meters. And it has a small capacity there. So picture this to be much like the grass harrows of the of Farming Simulator 19, and they'll probably work in a very similar way, but this will allow you to reseed and restitch in grass there, which is pretty cool to have there. It's always nice to see that coming on in. We come across the Bergman, again, the traditional huge HTW65 trailer, the triple axle silage or fodder trailer here, really. Nice to have that one back in again. All of these vehicles that we're having in, I think it's worth saying that a lot of them have all been refreshed. So they may be the same trailer or the same model that we've had previously, but it looks a heck of a lot better. So look forward to seeing what that looks like in person. Now we're going to move along to the bit more of the familiar here, looking at class. We knew about the Axion, that was a fact sheet from a while ago. Of course, we knew about the class Trion as well, and the various headers for said Trion. But we've got the Torion loaders back in. We've got the 956, the 1511, and the 1914 as well. Good to see those come back. My one question would be around the sound on that big one, because if you recall at the start of 19, or with the release of the Platinum Edition, didn't sound the best. So hopefully that's been adjusted, ready to go. But lovely to see them there. Hoping that we get to see the Scorpion come back in, because that was without a shadow of a doubt my favorite of them all. And that'll be pretty sweet to have that one back there as well. But yeah, love it, love to see that. I can't wait to see a few more class tractors in there. I would like to see what else they're going to be bringing in from an implement standpoint, if we'll see any more rakes, or if it's just going to be mainly harvesters and the balers like we had last time. But I'm sure we'll find out sooner rather than later. Now the next one up for me was a very nice little surprise there, actually. We're going to go to Daigle Man. Now this is something that North American farmers will see and know of a lot more, and fans of Millennial Farmer will also see this. This is the rock picker. Now These are pretty cool. I wonder if this means that we're going to see some really large rocks coming in. Now, the idea with this would be that when you have individual rocks in the field, you'll drive up to it with this and you can like kind of flick them into the bucket and take them away. I wonder if that means that over time there we might see some huge rocks coming into the field there, because that would be pretty neat to have. We've got two here. We've got the Signature 7200, we've got the Rock King 9600 as well. So I'm going to be curious to see how they work and how they react. But yeah, lovely to see those in there. Nice surprise, actually, I must say. Really wasn't expecting anything like that, but I think they're going to look really cool. And then we come along to Dusseldorf as well, where we've seen a few new compactors and blades here for your silage clamps. Nothing too new or outstanding there, but again, good to see a little bit of variety coming in. We're going to touch on that specific variety of equipment very shortly as we work our way through the list here as well. But right now we're going to go to Einbock. Now, Einbock we've had in the game last year there, where we had these two harrows in, the 600 and the 900, but they're bringing in two whole new bits of equipment. First of all, we've got the row guard, which I guess is like a weeder for corn when it's in its early stages, I would assume. Do correct me if I'm wrong if it's any other kind of feature there, but that's certainly what it would look like. It is 9 meters wide, doesn't require too much horsepower. We saw it on the fact sheet this week, they're being pulled by the new Iseki. But yeah, it does look like it might be a heavy thing, but that seems to be pulling it no problem at all. And then we've got a 12-meter weeder. This thing is huge. It's absolutely massive there. This is effectively going to be having the same purpose as your 9-meter here. But just look at the size of it there. It's absolutely ginormous. So that is pretty cool to see. I'd love to have a little bit of a play around with that one when we get the opportunity to. And then we're going to move on to the first of the tractor brands here, really, with another new update. We've got Fendt. We saw the 700 Vario coming in, looking refreshed. This is the next gen, the 6th gen, I believe it will be. So we have all the new screens on the monitors, on the pillars on the side, the whole new joystick and command arm there as well. So really nice to see that the Fendt lineup has been refreshed. I think it really needed it. It's been in FS19 and FS17 as well for a while there, so it was in good need of a bit of a refresh through. So great to see that. Of course, we've got the Fendt Katana as well, looking mightily good. I would expect to see both the MT1167 and of course the 1050 in here. I hope to see them both in here as well, but let's watch out to see what else is coming. Who knows, maybe a cheeky telehandler or something as well. Never say never there. And then we're going to look at for legal. We saw the ASW271 arrive this week. We also get to see the round bale handler here, as well as the slurry tanker and the silo compaction tool as well. They've been in for a while, but it's nice to see them there. With legal, I'm curious to see if we get anything new. We've seen a lot of this. This has always been like a mainstay for a while. So I'm curious to see if that's going to change up at all there. But yeah, watch out. We'll have to have a look-see and keep an eye and keep glued to legal to see what's coming down the line. Next up is Halaris again, more silo levelers and compactors as well there. A big variety of these coming in actually, but more is more really. And I'm curious with my one main thought about this is with the amount of different silo compactors in, and we haven't really seen or heard anything about animals yet and how we have to make our fodder or what that looks like. I wonder if that might play more of a key role, much like in real life there, you know, compaction can really make or break your the quality of your silage. So I wonder if that might ring true for FS22. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Now, Horsch we've seen a little bit of, but I'm expecting to see a lot more. We've still only got the little Tyranno 3 FX here, tiny little cultivator. This will be like the base game Kverneland, I guess, really, that we have in 17. But you never know. There's a lot of room to improve there. I think there's a lot of new opportunities, so we'll have to wait and see what they may look like. But yeah, still lots of space to expand there. Of course, we've got Iseki as well with our TJV 985, nice small compact tractor. It can be ideal for those orchard farms or the vineyards as well. So it's going to be nice. I've seen a few pictures knocking around on Facebook. I'll see if I can find those from a Japanese website. I assume, I couldn't find the source, but I assume they're from Iseki somewhere. And the interior looks okay. It looks about what you'd imagine it to look like for an initial entry really. But yeah, nice to see that one coming up. Also nice to see is JCB back in the game for sure. We got the 8330 here. Now my big question will be, we had the 8330 and the 4220 in 19. I would love to see the same again. We had a wheeled loader in FS19 as well. I just want to see a telehandler. I'd love to see an Agri Pro come on board, but I just don't know what that's going to look like if we will get an opportunity to see it. Let me know what you think down below, what your JCB would most like to see. A few people in the stream today were suggesting that this might be the last time we'd see, or the last version we would see JCB in, but I hope that's not going to be the case. And then we come on to a new player in the game there with a really fun name, Jungheinrich. I'm going to say, is a forklift manufacturer. Pretty cool. Love to have it there. Productions are going to be obviously a key part of FS19, so more forklifts to move pallets around with will always be enjoyable. It'll be interesting to see if there's anything else going to join this one, but again, we'll just have to hold on to that and see. Quaco is up next there, and that's their first. The Radium 255 trailer there. Again, another trailer ideally suited for shifting fodder, which is really pretty large, pretty well detailed as well. Looks good. 47,000 liters in there, so you're never going to run out of space there in a hurry. We're moving along to Cockling now. This has been around. We've seen this on a lot of the early access videos that some of the European YouTubers and content creators have had access to. Specifically, the likes of Energy and King Mods have seen this, and they had a play around at Giant Studios there. And they were one of the things they're doing was in a 9RX pulling this beast along there. So it looks really good. It's nice to have it in game there. It's a 6-meter cultivator, a bit of a heavy duty thing to pull. It's going to require 250 horsepower to lug it along, but yeah, it looks good. Nice to have it there for sure. And then this was perhaps one of the most exciting revelations that we saw. It's coming with Krone, but not the Krone in green that we know about. It's the Krone in blue, and it's a kit inside a lorry. Now, this does look very good in the fact sheets that we saw. Now, my one curiosity will be when you activate or when you open up the sides of the wagon, does the curtain slide, or does it go from shut to closed to fully open? I would love this. I can't wait to see what that looks like. I'm also very intrigued to see if we'll have flatbed Krone trailers in the game as well, or if it will just be curtain sliders only. Obviously, like I say, production chains are huge now, so there's a lot more opportunity to shift and haul things. So that will be something to keep an eye on, folks. I do believe we'll have to pay some close attention to this moving forward. The old faithful Kuhn is back, and Kuhn, look at this. I believe this might be the one brand that has the most machinery in there to date. So we've got power harrows, we've got front and rear drills, we've got a new 6-meter drill as well. This is a new Kuhn drill. That does look very smart. We've got a 3-meter Maxima planter, we've got front and rear mower, we've got butterfly mowers, we've got a merger as well, and we've got a new round baler. So what else can we expect? Perhaps maybe a big square baler, and who knows what else, maybe a sprayer in there to boot. But yeah, good range of equipment there, that's for sure. I am very intrigued by the 6-meter folded combination drill. I think that does look very, very good. Again, with Kuhn bringing this out, what will Kongskilde bring out there? Because obviously they've got a very similar product range. I'll be curious to see where we go with that. And then we're going to move on to another old faithful from FS19. We're going to go to Lemken here. We've got the front hopper and the rear planter as well. That would be good for all of your root crops there. It's always nice to have in. Coming in at around about the 6-meter working with there. It's always a staple to have. It does look good. I'm hoping to see a bit of a refresh as well, because I love the new textures around all the hoses on that one. Now we're going to move on to something that we've known about for a while. We've known that this is going to be coming into game for some time. It is the Mack truck, but it's always good to see it actually on the website. Fantastic to see such a beautiful truck. The one thing I'm really looking forward to is to see and to hear that pull under load. That is something that we've not seen before, heard even, and we know the gearbox sounds are incredible for some of the tractors. Be good on that truck there. Let's get it going up a hill with a full load behind it. Let's really make it sing. That is going to be fantastic. Now we'll move across to Massey. This warms my heart, let me tell you. We saw 3 updates here. We saw the Massey MF5S. We saw the Massey Ferguson 3670 and the Massey Ferguson 6700S arrive on into the store today. So 3 great new looking tractors, that's for sure there. I love to see the 6700S, but the 3670 just looks great. I still cannot wait to see more about that. It does look fantastic. It really, really does. 40k box on that guy. That's pretty good for a tractor of that era, let me tell you. That's really, really good news. So yeah, Massey are coming back and hitting strong with some fantastic plays. They've also brought in the this is a sugarcane trailer. Again, something that I haven't really used too much, but it's there anyway. It's been released and it's been updated, so that's always fantastic. I do very much appreciate seeing that one in. And now I'm going to go to McCormick, but not the tractor brand. We have got a implement brand for wheel loaders. So again, more wheel loading technology. So perhaps we're going to see, again, there's a lot of variety of wheel loading machinery here. I wonder, at the moment, we've only got class Torians. What else might we be seeing there? Obviously, if you think about back to FS19, we had the class Torians. We had the New Holland wheel loaders as standard along with the JCB. So we're a little bit behind the curve right now. So let's see where that goes. But yeah, very nice high dump bucket and also the bale fork as well. Looking forward to seeing how those bales handle in game, of course, because that's always going to be the fun bit. We look at New Holland now. Ba-bam! New Holland have filled us up there. For a while there, it's just been the combine headers and the skid loaders, but today we have brought back in the FR780 and all of its associated headers as well. So you've got the Kremper headers in there, and you've also got the New Holland headers. So pretty cool to see all different working widths. You've got from 4.5 meters all the way up to 9 meters in working width. So you're not going to struggle to find the one that suits your needs there at all. Now this was our big surprise of the fact sheets, in my opinion. Here, this is what you would usually see tending to the hillsides of a ski resort, but right now in Farm Sim, we're going to be using it to clamp in silage pits there. This is the Prinoth. It is the Light Wolf Agri Power. Probably mispronounced that, and I do apologize, but this is the latest version in game. Can't wait to see how this handles and how this behaves. I think it's going to be very intriguing indeed. Lovely to see it in there. It's going to have to add some like new complexities to compacting silage down. Again, does that mean there's a little bit more focus on that, and the importance of a well compacted pit matters? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that front. Next up on the list is Treffler, and they're coming with a huge weeder that we've seen around for a while. This is a TS1520 M3. This thing is massive. It's a 15.2 meter, and it is, yeah, your perfect weeder to get a lot of ground cleared very quickly. Nice and simple. We've had it before. It's back again. You'll love to see it. And then finally, we're looking at Weber. Now, this is a silo compactor again. So once more, further emphasis on silo compaction there. So starting to see a bit of a trend here. We'll have to see what that looks like for sure. And that's it, folks. That is everything that we have through for FS22 so far. You can also come and check out the website here, where you can also look to see, you know, which brands have been updated. You can see all the recent screenshots that have been added in from various different media releases by giants. It's always pretty cool to have a bit of a look through here and just remind yourself of what we're looking forward to, really. The new European maps do look very impressive. Do really like those. Can't wait to get a hold of all the new machines and the new crop types. I desperately want to see a little bit more about animals and how that's going to work, because I think we could be in for a great treat there. But yeah, that is it for me right now. That's the Simulation for the Nation signing off. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to pre-order FS22 using the links down below. We'll be bringing you the fact sheet shorts as usual on the Friday, and any new information we get between now and then. But until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always. I've been SFTN, and we'll see you all in the next one.